Hi folks, Rick here. Welcome to my channel. Alright, just got done racing the FDXCR Kewaunee race. Holy cow, what a day. It's October 30th. It's like mid-50s, sunny. We got some rain earlier in the week. The track was absolutely prime conditions, and the track layout was just awesome. The track crew and the whole FDXCR team there just done a fantastic time laying out this track. It was just unbelievable there. It's a good fast track. That's the kind that I enjoy, so I just really had a great time today. Some field sections. Some of the field sections had like a 1/4 inch of grease on them, so you could really just hang it out wide and get on the gas and go. The wood sections were really nice, really flowy. You could really, just zip right through them there. Had some rock sections, some hills. Man, it's just a blast. That's all I can say there. I was just on the gas the whole time. As stuff happens, I unload my bike to go and get on the thing there to go to the starting line. The throttle's stuck wide open. How that happens, I have no clue. So I'm fiddling with it, and it's like, well, I either gotta just go home or go give it a shot. So I idled my way over to I got the thing where it would idle. I idled the way over the starting line because it was getting ready to go. Every time I talked to the handlebars to the left, it went wide open again. So it's not catching anything, not binding. It's never had a problem, and it's a new cable. So why all of a sudden on the trip down, I don't know if a rock hit something or what, but it's just crazy stuff. So as it turned out, they dropped the flag, I pinned the throttle, and it was such a fast track, I don't know if the darn thing was sticking on me or not, because I didn't care, because I was on the gas the whole time. So I never really had an issue. A little nervous there in the first couple of turns there, not knowing if it was just going to take off on me, but never had an issue, or at least I didn't notice I had any issue. I was just flat with it. Great time today. So really shout out to the FDXCR team putting on this one. It was a great series. This is their first year to be able to pull off all these races here. It's just phenomenal. They got a lot of turnout. The crew's good. All the racers are good. Just fantastic. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Take care.
Alright folks, I'm going to narrate this one a little bit here. So you can see I am lined up way to the right. There's people off to the right even farther. So you either got to get a whole shot and immediately go to the left, or you're going to have to tuck in behind. So this first lap here, it was a fast track, so I went a little bit slower because there was just a lot of unseen kickers and stuff, and it was driving a lot of people crazy. A lot of crashes, one real bad crash. I had to stop and help out a person. I got into some bottlenecks and just went purposely slower on some of these things. You just can't see those dips in kickers when you're flying in 5th gear there. And there's a lot of people off in the woods where they got bucked off. But real quick, right next to the right of me, there's a guy that's got a dead battery. He's going to get push started. Watch this. I was laughing. I didn't even start my bike, but watch him. He gets the whole shot here. Watch on the right. Look at that crap. Everybody's crashing out. So yeah, that's how I start with. I was kind of chuckling at that one. So here, I just get into some bottlenecks. I'm going into the woods last, and so we'll jump up here to laps 2 and 3. All right, so this will be the start of lap 2.
222, Gils. Hey, there's a girl that wiped out on the back of the power line. She said she's okay. She took it off. Okay. I checked on her. All right, thank you.
All right, so here we go. We're going to be coming up around the starting line here across the road, and we come right back on the start. So the start's all grass. It does got a bunch of holes in it. and it's kind of funky here. You go into just a small dip, and then watch this guy. Yeah, you just gotta watch out right here. It's really slick on this corner from the grass. But pretty good. You can see the ground is nice and dark. Almost no dust whatsoever. It's really a good track. So a lot of rocks on this one. And but overall, it was a fantastic day. This section here, we hit across a field that just got, I don't know if it was a farm field, but it just got mowed down here, and it's just really rough. These ones are just, you know, who knows what's in them. There's holes, ruts, all sorts of stuff. Man, it just jars your teeth out. This section here is also a little bit rough there. It had some washout from the rain, so you just had to kind of try to pick a good line, try to stay on the high spots there, and stay on it. Now we're kind of getting into a wood section here. This is all downhill. It's really rocky, and just staying on the gas a little bit. Right here is a big kicker you really had to watch out for. Now we're getting back into some flat area, and again, it's just prime conditions. There's a little tiny creek down there we're going to cross. There's, you know, a little bit of mud, but this is the extent of the stuff here. It's just prime. So we'll get going into here. Now we get into some tree sections here a little bit. But not too bad. A few roots here and there, but a couple of dips. You see here's a water. This is about the extent of the mud. Splash through a few things. I take a bad line. I should have went to the outside. I thought I would try this one. It was a bad deal. Yeah, and this is an AMA race, so I got my camera mounted on the bike, so a lot of the commentaries and inadvertent cussing you can't really hear. Getting things adjusted out. It vibrates really bad up there. You hit enough bumps, it'll adjust the camera on you. So right here, really rocky, really slick. Come up here, this is an area, it's really got a bad kicker in it. Not right here. As we get around this corner here, the first lap, there was a guy way off in the field here. I'm sure he kind of drove out here, but you just can't see this stuff going high speed. But right here, it's just a jump. You just got to launch off the thing and keep going. Now we're kind of back up on the top. It's some open area again here, and it's got some trails. I don't know what the deal is with the trails. These ain't too bad, but they're not necessarily matched to my width of quad. It is a lot of these ones. There's one later on in the race I'll tell you, but it's hard to even drive down them. It's just it wants to go everywhere but down these trails sometimes. This is a good fast section here. Again, you see the ground's perfect. A lot of rocks. A little kicker right here. You're into a high bank, which I almost went over at one point. Then you got this thing here. You go over top this hill. You're straight down. There's a kicker, and you go right to the left. It looks like you're going to go up that hill, but you don't. You make a hard left here. Go through some rocky sections. A little rough in here. Not too bad. Get on the gas. We're going to make an uphill right. So when I stopped and helped this person there, when I got in a bottleneck, I had a bunch of people to go by. They caught up to us there. Some of them were faster, some of them weren't. I let everyone by. I passed them, and then when I stopped and helped the person, they all got to by me again. So I'm going to be up here trying to make a few passes. But this section right here is kind of nice and flowy. Some sections are really fast, some of them are just bone jarring. Getting a little bit of washed out section here, you got to be careful on. This person, thankfully, here will slide over there when they find a spot and let me by.
Thank you.
A little bit of a jump right here going into some downhill. We're going to kind of go up and make a hard right and come right back down this hill again. Or a hard left, I should say. This is a big washed out section there. You really kind of how to watch out on there. Your wheel didn't get caught in that rut. It's one of those things there that could cause it to twist on you. So here's one of the guys. I passed this guy once before. He got around me when I stopped on the first lap. This section is just a bad section there. There's not much room to pass. It's really rough, and it'd really be dicey to pull off a pass here. So I'm kind of waiting for him to find a good spot to pull over. But eventually here, realize that he has no intention to pull over. So I'm pretty sure he knows I'm behind me now. But you just can't get a spot. He's driving down the center, and you would have to do something, you know, kind of half on the track, half off the track, and as rough it is, the chances of them coming together and crashing is pretty high, and it's just not worth it. I don't really need to get around the guy that bad to take a risky move. It's just not worth it there, but keep hoping here. Get the idea and realize I'm not going away, and he'll pull over. Keep looking for spots here. I was kind of looking off to the left a little bit, but it's just rough as nails. You know, these little straight sections there. I probably could have got around the guy if I really prepped myself, but you know, it's of course where he gives it the gas. So tough to get around him here. So now I'm starting the old give it the gas and rev up behind people, which irritates the hell out of me, but this guy is not going to let me pass. So there's a section here off to the left. I thought about going, but it's worse. It's just easier to stay behind the guy than try to take a pass. It's a short one. I didn't think I could get enough speed to even get around him. But so we're going to continue here. This piece right here, this is off-camber right-hand turn. A couple of times there I almost took out that thing. So I'm starting to look on my right. He kind of moves over. So no help there. Rev up a few times. Still no intention. He knows I'm back here. He just has no intention to move over for whatever reason. So I'm looking for spots. I'm just getting kind of tired of it. But we're going to come up to some open sections here, and I will put the hammer down and get by him. So this is when I start. I was going to go to that left. It's just terrible over there. Here we come up there. You can see the green area. This is a section here. I had to go way off in the damn weeds to get by this guy, because he wasn't going to get by. So get by that one. Now we're in this section. This is a really open section here. It's a little bit greasy on the top right here. I'm going a little bit wide. I got going a little bit too fast. But it's really fun. Yeah, there's not a lot of watch outs in the section. It's a little rough right here going across rows, but it's just get on the gas and go and try to hang off the quad as best you can. I got another person here. I'm going to need to work my way around. Get past here. Just trying to find an open spot. So start to go on the inside right here. And I end up having to go on the outside and kind of move around. But I got by. Get back on the gas right here. This is a real fast section right here, but you got to be careful there. It heads right into a really kind of a fairly tight left-hand turn here, and it gets kind of rough right here at this section. We're back out in the field here. Again, this is it's not quite as fast. It's still nice and smooth, but it's got a lot more twists and turns in here. So this is just hanging off to the side. I mean, I'm just on one side of the bike to the other. This whole section, it's a lot of fun. I can't hang off as far as some of the young folks, so I can't go as fast around these corners. But it's just a blast going around these things, just straight. You know, you get on the gas hard, and kind of ease into your next corner right here. Try to make the turn. You can see the person in front of me is going wide. You just it's a little slick, and when it's not slick, it's that kind of tacky mud, and it's super grippy, so you don't get any slide. So now we're coming up on a section here. This is a pretty fast section. Got some bumps, but we're gonna make a left turn, go down this power line. This is where a couple of people had an accident on it. So you just want to go fast. It's just tough. There's enough bumps and stuff like here. I'm a little bit in the dust right here, so I'm not going as fast as normally. But right down towards the end, there's like a kicker, then a little small ditch, like an 8 or 10 incher, and then you're making a hard left. And there was one guy way out on the right side. And then right here, there's a person just laying face down in the dirt on the first lap. That's why I got off and made sure they were okay and stuff. But so that was kind of it for the main open sections here. We'll get back into a couple last minute ones. Now we're into, it's kind of a fast flowy section. I don't know if this was somewhat of an attempt of maybe of a small track. Hasn't been ridden a long time. You'll see some bank turns on it. But if you look at the ground, it's all hard pack right here. So some of this section actually gets you, people are going so fast and going around some of these corners, you actually get some blue going on here. So you're just, not much sliding around. You're just trying to hang off and try not to tip over and keep your speed up there. And, you have a tendency to go too fast is more than anything. There's a couple times here I get going too fast, my hands fly out the handlebars. You almost, it's a good way to get in an accident, but still a lot of fun. So here's a kind of a jump, but these are kind of just triangle jumps. There's no landing pad on the other side, so if you decide to take this, you're just going to land on the flat ground. That's just hard on the body, so I just roll these ones. I'm not much of a jumper anyway, so. So we're coming up here. This is a really, really rough bone jarring section. Then we get into this flat spot. And the desire is just to go open, but it goes downhill on some like slick ground, and then it's a sharp right into the woods. So right here, you just want to peg it. And then right here, you're going downhill, and you can't stop right here, and it wants you to go straight all the time. I don't know how many close calls. It's really good. This is another section here. We're crisscrossing this little creek again here. It's really rocky in here, so the mud's really, other than the water, you're not any chance of getting stuck here. It's all rock. It's really, for the most part, really good traction. Just kind of keeping an eye on some of the fringe because there's some really sharp rocks here. You just wonder whether or not you're going to get a flat. But it's GBCs. It's amazing. Now we're going to come up into a sharp right hill that's just slick rock, and then it gets into some dry, really sharp rock, and I'm on the gas, and holy cow, you just hope there you're not going to punch a hole into it. So this is this kind of uphill, really rocky right section here. So I go up a little slow. I don't want to kick rocks, but eventually here I'll get on the gas here, shift gears, and get up and out of that one. Back up here on the top section again. Not too bad. You got this little jump in the left-hander here. I came around this on the sixth lap a little bit fast. My left hand flew off. I kind of done the rodeo wave, and I thought I was going to fling off in the dirt there, but I got a hold of the bars again and got a little chuckle and kept on after it. So down here, a little off-camber ditch into a hole, then through this ditch up, and then this is a nice section here again, pretty flowy. Ripping along. We get in a couple of tight turns right here where these guards are, and then we're going to go a left-hander up off camber right here. It's super muddy, rocky, and slick right here. Now it dries out, and it's just sharp rock. So never had any issues, but pretty cool section. And rough and rocky right here. Now we're coming up to this part here of this trail. Again, I don't know what it was right here. This trail, it looks like a normal trail, something I should be in fifth gear, but I could not go down this thing there. it's the width of this thing is not equivalent to what my quad is. It wants to go left, it wants to go right, it does not want to go down these tracks. I'm just fighting it the whole way down here. You hear it's pretty flat right here. I'm not even on the gas. I'm just fighting this thing to get it to go down there. So I don't know if it's like a Jeep trail or side by sides or what, but a little difficult. Most all this section is kind of like this, so a little ginger, and it's just really, really rough here. It's not as fast as you know it could be, which is okay. This is another one here. It's a little pretty rough, little squirrely. We're going to make a left hand, and then we get into a pretty long straightaway. It's got a big bend. We work our way up toward the finish line again, but again, really rough right here. And I get picking up speed, and again, it won't stay in the track whatsoever. It's just wanting to go to the left and the right quite a bit on me. So it's just not set up for my bike, but I'm on the gas, keeping an eye on for those telephone poles. This is not one of the areas you want to lose control on, but it's okay. So my GoPro here, I hit something back there a little bit there, and it's pointed down a little bit. It'll get fixed on the next lap, but yeah, I'm coming up on the last lap. This next lap's even faster. It just gets better and better, so yeah. Appreciate you getting this far. Hope you enjoy the second one. I'll fix this camera here in just a second, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video.
222.